Hi, my name is Anna, and I suffer from depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and agoraphobia. Panic attacks just seem to come with the territory, don't they? I'm here to share my story, finally, after years of embarrassment and not understanding what was wrong with me, why I couldn't do what I did when I was a little girl without being fearful. I'm here to tell you that, and we all know this, we all suffer together, right? But that doesn't make me feel better. I don't want to suffer, period. And suffering is what it is. It takes a huge part of your life away. But I have good news, and I have my bad news. And this is my intro, my first vlog. So, I may cut out a little bit at first because I'm running off of this because my camera actually did not charge for this video. So let's get started. It was in my teens. We had moved to Florida, where I still am, and I met some friends, and was learning how to surf. And I remember after that day, well, the day of surfing, we were going over to their place. I followed them in my car. We were all teenagers, but we had cars. They lived in a trailer park, which was fine, way in the back. I'm like, God, this is a big place, big trailer park. But for me, hell began. For me, hell began. I went inside with my friend who he was teaching me how to surf. He was really good. And the trailer was a disaster. It was a mess. Hell of a mess. And I was like, is this okay? Because I'm stepping over clothes. I'm stepping over, like, I don't know. Who knows? Knickknacks, whatever. I know the mother and father lived there, but they worked. And they worked long hours. He has 3 or 4 brothers, a sister, and there was a grandchild living there. A lot of people, single wide trailer, and a big fluffy dog. So this place was a mess. I mean, this place was literally a mess. I ignored that. Didn't Knew I would be leaving, and just didn't want to go back. But anyway, we're in there. We're talking about the day and the mistakes because I can't. I'm not a good surfer. Never was. Still, I'm not. Gave it up. Um, but I started to sneeze. I don't know why they weren't. Um, Started to sneeze and started to, blowing my nose and just like, oh my God, my nose was like a faucet and coughing, hacking, and that's all great. I was having an allergy attack. That's all great. That's fine. Had them before, seasonal sometimes. Then I started to have a hard time breathing. Then it got scary. Um, I told him, I said, I'm having a bit of a hard time breathing here, tightness in my chest. Can we go outside and get some fresh air? He says, I know. It's really dusty and it's a mess in here. It was. It really was. And the big dog, I don't know how old it was, but bless its heart, half hair and just a mess. So we went outside. We talked by the cars. I was not, the sneezing was starting to stop. But it's funny how you remember the moment that set you off. It's funny. I don't have asthma. So we were talking and I said, geez, this is not clearing up. I just feel like I can breathe in, I can't breathe out so well. I'm having a hard time breathing. And I said, I feel really uncomfortable. I'm starting to feel a little anxious here, like I can't get air. And I said, can you do me a favor? After, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes outside of not clearing up, my chest that was. He said, what? I said, can you take me to the hospital, to the ER? I think I need to see a doctor. Something irritated me really bad. Sure. So he left my car there and he drove me. We waited. I went back. The doctor was nice. I said I don't have asthma, but I told him the atmosphere I was in. He said, I'm going to put you on some oxygen. Just a little thing that goes over and you inhale. You just breathe. Let me know when your fingers tingle. You remember everything. And I did. I told them they were tingling because they started to eventually. And then I could breathe. I felt fine. I just wanted to walk out. And actually, I had to wait for discharge papers. And then I did walk out. I was fine. And I said, yeah, I got myself into a mess over there. They live. I'm not used to living like that. I'm used to being in that. I just contributed to that. No big deal. And I forgot about it. I let that go. So weeks went by, and maybe a couple months went by, and we were at the beach heading out to the water. Now, it was a cooler day, and it was windy, and I sneezed, and I thought, oh shit, or oh crap, I'm sneezing to myself. So we're heading out to the water, and I'm like, well, I'm in the water, and why am I sneezing? And why is my nose running? And this is all starting again. Yeah, it was just weird. So in my brain, I did this to myself. I could not breathe. I could not breathe in my brain. So what did I do? Got myself out of the water, paddled in, because I couldn't surf, and got myself out of the water. We had surfboard racks, but I stuck my surfboard in the back window of the car. And I told him I'm leaving. I just don't feel good. I lied. You learn to, well, I didn't feel good, but you learn to cover up something like this because it's embarrassing. Very embarrassing. And he said, oh, okay, well, we're going to continue on and I'll see you again. All right. Driving it was a bit of a drive for me. And I remember thinking, you're going through this again. You're going through this again. You cannot breathe. You're going through this again. Stop it. It's all in your mind. Stop it. I got home. Took a shower. I was fine. I was able to breathe. Power of the mind. I brought on a panic attack, anxiety, panic attack, and I ran with it. Something you're not supposed to do, but I did, and that's the sun coming in my window. And I apologize. This whole video is going to be messed up. Is that better? I don't know. So I learned to run with it, and I did. And I said, damn it, yeah, you gotta knock this off. And I knew it. So time went by and I was fine. But I started to avoid the beach. And I never went back to the trailer. That's what you do. You do the avoidance thing, right? Right. So, allergies would come and go from time to time. I don't have asthma. Actually, I'm allergic to dogs. They had a big fluffy dog that was old, and you could look at him and see hair was falling out because he had bald. It was sad. I have 4 dogs, and each one of my dogs, I have schnauzers. They don't shed. You could hand strip them and literally pull hair hard. People do that for shows, but they go and they get groomed. They're dogs that you groom. And I have one little dachshund mix, schnauzer, I think, because he doesn't shed. He's 15 years old. And I've been fine with my guys in my home. The reason that I may not sound so good on here, and I'm kind of, this is my 4th time trying to get the audio right on this stupid thing because my camera didn't charge. So, I went through that. I learned to avoid. I learned to avoid saying, maybe I'm allergic to big dogs. Maybe I should. I'm not going to the beach because it's far from home. And home is safe. Not so. Things got worse for me. A lot worse. Um, Rain, hush. I had moved on and I had learned to live my life comfortably. I was still doing my thing except not going to the beach, which, yeah, you live in Florida, gets cold after a while anyway, for me. Don't want to go to a dirty trailer. Sorry. That's not for me. It set me off one day. Put me in the hospital, in the ER. And then I remember that my mind started playing tricks on me because I let it. I let it. I would, the littlest thing, I would cough out in public because it's normal, or inhale some dust you walk into, because we would go to like a tractor supply place where they don't, in this certain area it's dusty, and I would sneeze and go, oh shit, I know what's to come after that, or oh crap, sorry, I know what's to come after that. We have a hard time breathing. I'm leaving. What the mind does to you, that's my dog. My one dog crying to go out. Rain, you're fine. Wait a minute. So, that is panic attacks, and that is anxiety. They seem to be one and the same to me. To me, some people can just feel anxious and anxiety all day and never have a panic attack where they feel like running. I wouldn't know that feeling, really, because when I get anxious, I tend to run. I tend to move, go. I get out of there. It's the way it is for me. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Um, so going back now, let's go back a little bit in time. This was after the surfing and all that. I met a guy who I was living with who was nice, but I remember me um, cleaning, dusting. He was a guy, he lived alone, and I'm gonna munch on some peas while I talk. And I just remember sweeping. It was wooden floors, hardwood floors were beautiful and old. The house was built in the 30s, I think, but it was perfect. It was beautiful. He kept it so well. But not much of a house cleaner. I was. So I was sweeping floors, and sweeping floors is bad because it brings dust up, and started sneezing, put myself into sneezing. I'm like, God, I'm just sneezing. That passed. It was fine. I went outside, sat in a chair, went away. Went away. I was good. Then I remember the next time he had like a little vac for hardwood floors and I was using it and he's at work and I was sneezing and sneezing. I'm like, oh God, my nose is running like a faucet. I'm blowing it. And it's normal. Again, normal. A little bit of congestion. Oh yeah, here we go. The mind. You're not going to be able to breathe. Here you go again. That is what my mind said to me. And I'm thinking, am I schizophrenic? Am I schizophrenic? I'm at that age where this could be coming in because there's something in my something is talking in my mind. It was actually me though, not another voice. What did I know? Saying you're gonna have a hard time breathing, and I had a hard time breathing. Yeah. So I called him at work, and I said, "Look, I can't breathe. I'm going to the ER." He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I can't breathe. Having a hard time breathing. I'm going to the ER." We didn't have cell phones then, so I called him from the house phone and then that phone to his work phone rather, and went to the ER. They even did a chest X-ray because they remembered me. I was in their computer from back surfing day, and your chest is clear. You sound clear in your, your bronchial area, whatever, all that. You're clear. They gave me a shot of, and you remember this stuff to the T. Why do we remember the bad but can't remember the good? Sometimes I don't know. But the bad is more vivid, I think, for people who struggle with depression, anxiety, panic attacks, agoraphobia, PTSD. We seem to remember the bad and dwell on it and can't get the good to slide in. It's hard. So I was good. X-ray came back clear. Your lungs are beautiful. Everything sounds good in your chest. It's not raspy, nothing. Maybe you had allergies, or maybe you have allergies. So we're going to give you a shot. It was called Atarax. Remember that? Did I say that right? Atarax? I think that's an antihistamine. So I got a shot of Atarax. Felt fine. Then I remember, and granted, I'm from Pennsylvania. We didn't have allergies up there, but I was young. Moved here when I was 16, 15. So here, Florida is different. People have allergies. They're sneezing everywhere. I still sneeze today, and I'm just like, it's a sneeze when I'm at home. It's when I'm trying to leave the house because I tend to be agoraphobic and it's hard to go. So it's when I'm out and I start sneezing, I gotta go home because I think I'm gonna start having a hard time breathing. It's all up here. That's what I trained myself to do. I firmly believe I trained myself to do that. And I can't untrain myself to do that. There was a time I couldn't walk out and check my mail. It got so bad, and I can get to this at a whole other time. This is my intro, my first vlog, and I know my audio may be cutting out. I'm sorry, but it'll get better with my camera. I couldn't check my mail because I'd get so far from the yard to the front door to the mailbox that like the air would cut off. Me. It was my mind. So I got a book. I got a book. I don't know who gave me the book, but I was telling somebody, very few, because it's embarrassing, and I got a book, and I'm reading it. I'm thinking, it's me. I have panic disorder, anxiety issues, like generalized anxiety disorder, panic attacks. That's me. No, that can ruin your life. It has mine for many years. After that, and reading that book that I thought was going to help me, didn't. It just gave me the knowledge and information that I needed to know. It scared the hell out of me because now I don't want to leave my home. In walks agoraphobia. Safe at home. Just call 911, they're going to come. safe at home. So the agoraphobia kicked in. The worst of the worst of the worst of anxiety disorders to me has been my agoraphobia. I can't fly. I can't drive. I could take my car around 2 blocks. I own a nice Mustang that's cute. 2 blocks. Park it back. Hook it up to what they call battery tender, so the battery don't go dead because I've replaced the battery so many times because it sits in there, does nothing. Sucks. Sucks. Um, you learn to live around it. This becomes your new normal, and you hate it. And then you start not to like yourself. And now in walks depression. Because I want to go ride a horse. I grew up riding horses. Because I want to fly back up north to see my friends because I've flown before. I can't. So now the depression comes in. So today, I am on 10 milligrams 3 times a day. 3 times a day of Valium and Luvox. I'm on that, Luvox, for depression. So you learn your new normal. You don't like your new normal, but you struggle to go on. You struggle to keep living. And you just, my dogs are surrounding me. I've got one in a pen. Because that one will come out and be a real stinker. The other ones are around. There's my old boy there, Rocco. Over there. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I had to show you this while I'm looking down at them because they keep coming over here and eating peas. So I don't know what to say. Look, I read the books on agoraphobic, and I probably own every book and workbook on depression, anxiety, PTSD, and agoraphobia there is. And I'll tell you what, until you start doing this with your mind and resetting that brain, you will never get over it. My psychiatrist, I started seeing him in 1999. Yeah. Before that, I had a bout of going to an institution with an ex-boyfriend. Yeah, that was sweet. And I'll tell you about that another time. But anyway, this is how it goes. This is what you go through. This is a cycle. And I'm telling you, with me first came the anxiety. I felt anxious because I couldn't breathe. I was a little anxious. It's going to go away. It's normal to feel anxious. Everybody feels it, right? Of course they do. But then came panic. Like, whoa, this is really bad. I got to go to the hospital. That was a panic attack. Then the panic attack. Then came the comfort of my home. Because out there was no longer safe. The ocean wasn't safe. Driving my car wasn't safe. Nothing out there was safe. The comfort of my home. I can control it in here. I can clean, dust, do what I want. Take an allergy pill, relax, call 911 if I needed to. This craziness. This depression and stuff will literally, and that's what followed after. Boom, boom, bang, boom. Depression. When depression walked in, couldn't get me out of bed. I lost a lot of weight, didn't have an interest in anything, except I had to read and I had to go to my meetings. It was a requirement that I go to the meetings after I went to the institution. It was a requirement you go to your meetings, which is right down the road. And I had a ride, and it was waiting. My friend was waiting for me. My friend was waiting for me. And you listen to everybody's story, and nobody's exactly the same, but close. And you always think you're the. I'm sitting there thinking, well, you don't have it half as bad as I do. He don't have it half as bad as I do. That person don't have it half as bad. I was thinking I was the worst. I'm not. I was not at all. They were feeling sad, scared. Their life had changed. This is depression. I'm going to sneeze. Wait a minute. This is depression. And I will not have a panic attack at home with this. This is depression. This is anxiety. This is panic attacks. This is agoraphobia. They seem to be all one big ball of something. Like, if I can get rid of the agoraphobia, which is the hardest of all, the hardest for me of all to get rid of. The other ones may slowly start to go away as well. I don't know. Nothing in any book, everything I read is the same thing over and over and over again. Everything. Now I can get on my treadmill and I can run and get that heart rate up and huff and puff and I'm fine. But I've done it outside and I wasn't fine. I didn't feel fine because I sit down and go, uh-oh, you may have put yourself into a spell here where you're going to have a hard time breathing. That's how we live. It's not fun. It's not good. There's no cure. There's medication helps. Learn that. But I think it all starts here and it all ends here. How do I rewire my brain to go back to that girl who didn't have all this, who felt safe, even on the roads, driving, flying, going out, doing things? I don't have the answer. I don't know. And I've been searching for it forever. Up the dose of my medication? No, I'm on high doses now. Cannot up the dose. I got put on another pill that I won't try to pronounce right now because I can't. But next time I'll have it with me. Also, I had a very rapid heartbeat because I was always up here instead of down here where I should be. I was up, not down. And I think I kind of kept myself up there because I was always thinking, what if, what if, what if, what if? Oh my God, I ate a candy bar. There's sugar and caffeine. Oh, now I'm going to have an anxiety attack, which is going to really throw me into a massive panic attack, which is going to throw my blood pressure really high. That happened. And I'm going to end up in the hospital because that happened. And that's for another time. This is my intro. I'm sorry. Because this is probably cutting out on me. I have good days. I have bad days. Today was a little bit of make fun, a little bit of makeup, dressed, feeling okay. Just munching on peas. I just want to get better. If anybody else is going through this, please don't hesitate to comment or, comment in any way. Anything you've done that works, that helps. Anything. And trust me, I've been on almost every antidepressant out there. No, no. Some had the horrible side effects. I just couldn't take them. Other ones, I felt nothing. And I'm just trying to get by. I want to live. I want to be happy. I want to laugh. I want to laugh. And most of all, I want to have those old memories go away. And the PTSD, yes, I do have that. I have triggers for that make it very bad. I will run. I don't walk. I will run. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the emergency room in the 90s. They knew me well, and they knew me when I came in. First thing they did was took my blood pressure. It was up, heart rate was up, breathing was up. Sit down, relax. We'll see you soon. And I would get back there, and I would get a shot of an antihistamine, and would feel better. Or I remember a few doctors would give me a low dose of Ativan, and I would feel better. I would feel a lot better. And I know it's a benzodiazepine too, but it just takes the edge off and made me feel normal again. Now I'm addicted. Now I'm addicted to benzodiazepines. Okay, that's Mantra. I'm Anna. I will be back with my better camera and doing videos quite often. So I hope you join me on my journeys in the car, trying to drive, out trying to shop, in my home, listening to my stories, what I went through, what I'm going through, what you have gone through. I know, we're all in this together. Doesn't make you feel better. I'm in a support group online. Doesn't make me feel better when I log off. I was in a support group right here near me, which can't go far. I'm agoraphobic. It made me feel good while I was with these people, but then as soon as you leave, it's like it all goes away. Chemical imbalance is what the doctor said. Okay, whatever. You know, I am not used to it, and I've had it too long, and I'll never get used to it. And I will fight it any way I can, and that's why I discovered put it on YouTube. Stop being so embarrassed about your life. Put it out there. Put it out there. Because so many other people struggle from this too. Mental disorders are no freaking laughing matter. When someone says, I'm depressed, believe them. There are many levels of depression. It's not good. And the other anxiety disorders that come with it. Not good. They feel bad and they ruin your life. They ruin your life. Until next time, be well. Let me log off of here. Okay, because I'm not with my camera. Have a nice night. I'll see you soon.